Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Well, apparently this case is so easy that even a person with amnesia could do it. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No, I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you all about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Pheonix Wright. What a weird name. Oh, this is serious. Thanks for the follow, GD Slap. You really don't remember? I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. This is a business card. Yeah, first playthrough. I played the one before it. I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Oh, is it not in there yet? There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Pheonix business card. Oh, I should try calling it and see if it goes to the phone. I guess for now we should... Oh, wait. Wrong person. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I already know everything. It doesn't matter. The creepy French dude probably pushed him, wrote your name in the sand, put your glasses under him. Close shut. The time is wrong. I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah! Your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me then, it might be important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while I was on a walk with Dustin. Who the hell has that kind of ringtone? All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you, I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Well, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. It's the killer's phone. Oh. Let me just ban this person really quick. It's very hard with the kitty on my... Bam. There we go. It's hard with the kitty on my computer, on my mouse. I feel like it's when me watching like Danganronpa. People do Danganronpa. It's so funny to watch it. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found now? In your pocket. I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... I'm sick, so I can't scream, but... Ah! You were here all along! You're so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had left. Now, who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl, too. Good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks? What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phones written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Didn't she go back to, training last time? Or, in the last game, she went back to training. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. Ah, I see. I think these guys are members of that group. A list of unfamiliar names and phone colors. Members of non-profit. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. Ah, so that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Hey, come on. Actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant to the courtroom immediately. Oh, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck! I mean, I already pretty much know the whole story now, especially with the con artist thing. He was a cop, and he was on to the con artist. The phone thing is some kind of con artist scam thing. He found them, and he pushed them off the edge, but it was the wrong time because the clock said 6:28, but the park clock said 7 o'clock, and no one would have not seen the body in 30 minutes. I'm talking to my cat, who's sitting over there. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I ask that the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk on the park on the day of the murder. That's a drifter? He does not look like a drifter. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that, now that you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university... Hey, stop! Okay, maybe that's on purpose. He speaks so fast. So I did that before and I was trying to read it. What is he, a human chatterbox? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be on one. Oh my god, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness? Oh, is that how you want to play? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Right. I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. I don't think that's something to be proud of, and also I do not believe you're a drifter with that outfit. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a stroll through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If must, then by all means. But I remind you that I'm no way a pubescent boy with a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. So you said it again. Taking a walk, you know, you... What are you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington? There's going to be so much wrong with this, but I'm not going to know which one I'm supposed to press. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of that pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Alright, well I already know where I'm supposed to press. Even though there's a lot of things that I'm... Decisive, Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. So, there's a bunch here that I could do. But I think the one that I'm supposed to do is the banana, which is the glove, right? Please don't say things unless I ask for them. I was at the park all up. We're just gonna go for it. Well, it was actually more than just one, more like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Pheonix, think. If my client is innocent, there is no way he could have seen what he's... Wait, what? She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she was. Is everything okay, Nick? So I want to believe that it's the glove that I'm supposed to press here, but it could also be the fact that the glove's not in this picture. But that's probably me just overthinking it, because that's what I always do. Or not overthinking it, being smarter than the game, or being ahead of what it wants me to do. I'm always ahead of what it wants me to do. I believe I have the bananas. You saw it right here. So you knew about the bananas too? Why didn't you say anything earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness. Loves bananas! He loves bananas so much. That made me laugh pretty hard. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. Oh, Jishin. わったと思う。You guys are so amazing. An earthquake happens and you just sit here like nothing. Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept blah 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 blah. And that happened, and that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200! I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? Maybe because they're broken. That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses had no extra glasses, so to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are a relenting evil man. You like those people who which boils down to you were not wearing glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. What happened next? What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45. Aha! There's where it is. When I made the call. They must have a lot of free times on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the... I'm trying to figure out my judge voice. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Okay. We'll press it first. The detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. Doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why, you're just some lousy kid. I think the court can see your point. Anyways, how did the police respond? I think it's gotta be this. Because that's quite a long time. But I still think the clock in this picture is yeah. It's either this or the clock in the picture. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it?
My word!
I think the court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah!
Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question. Telephone?
I mean...
Spit it out! I was searching for a telephone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? When were these games made? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a matryoshka doll. You must think you're something really special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable.
You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
There, he's gonna have a Sean Connery voice. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Have you ever heard that? There he goes.
Enough!
Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? I mean, I get why the first case is pretty much holding your hand, but it's... Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused.
I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Huh. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe that was his. Well then, I think we've...
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up.
I mean, it's the first one. It makes sense. It's like, you know, training you.
At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions? Your Honor, the witness testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. Do you have some sort of proof, do you? Well, yeah, of course. Aha! Oh, I gotta wait. Present! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At
The crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Order!
What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he... Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor?
Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
I mean, his cell phone, right? Because it has all the con artist thing. Yeah, I love Edgeworth. There is only one possible explanation. He's my fake boyfriend in this game series. You know how guys have waifus? I have husbandus, and he's my husbandu in this one. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. I feel like it's this. It's either the phone or this, but we don't really have proof that the phone is his yet. No? I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game, aren't I? Don't tell me. Actually, I should save. My only problem with this game is I'm always, like, ahead. Like, we know the reason, because he killed him, and then he used his finger to write the thing, and he was looking for his cell phone, right? To get it back so that the police couldn't find the evidence for all the numbers on the phone. But it's like, what are you supposed to present in this specific instance is the thing that I always have a problem with. No? No. I had a really hard time with that in the last game. I'm not sure what it wants. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? I would imagine it's because he's searching for his phone and he was writing the thing. But because he couldn't see. Wait. Maybe? I don't know if that works yet though. So my thoughts are, he was waiting for Maggie to show up at the top so he could say that he witnessed her pushing him, right? And also he had to walk down there. He didn't call the police because he's the killer. Alright. Nope. Alright. Let's go with the glasses. Really? It's the glasses? But how do you know that they're his? Okay, so this is what I don't like. How do you know that they're, I mean, I know that they're his glasses, but how at this point in the game does it think it's the glasses and not the phone? Like, we don't have any proof that they're his glasses. Just like we don't have any proof that it's his phone. Anyways, whatever. What? Don't do that to me. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? I mean, this is the annoying part. Okay? Like, you could say that, okay, yes, I know that, but then why can't you do that with the phone? Like, why can't you say this is your phone, isn't it? I guess because he has a phone, maybe? Where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Yeah, you have to present things at the time that they want you to present them with, and that, like, I never have problems with the cases. I always figure out the cases, like, very early. I just have a problem with, like, what it wants at the current time. Like, sometimes it's very obvious, like, it's like, oh, okay. And I usually have, like what I want to look for kind of, like, lined out, like, beforehand. Like, but this one, it was like, okay, well, it could have been the fact that he wrote the name, right? Because that would take some time. It also could have been the fact that, but I guess the reason it's not he wrote the name is because we're not at the point that he's the killer yet, right? We only have the first, he's suspicious, but then, like, why the phone doesn't work versus the glasses is what I don't really quite understand. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's...
Order.
Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had the finest glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. I have to point this out again. If he grabbed the glasses from his face as he fell, his body would be facing up, not down. Unless he did like some kind of in air. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call.
Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer?
Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Wow! It would be kind of fun to defend somebody guilty once, though. I don't think that'll ever happen, but it would be kind of fun. I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all, but we didn't even use the cell phone. Anyways, now is the chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah, this is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order!
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Have you seen those, Among Us, Pheonix Wright YouTube videos? They're so cute. I saw Greed go into that electricity room. Objection!
That's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you're not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Even an idiot like you can read that, right?
But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with an EY, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie or Maggie?
I don't know if those are supposed to be sound different.
That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before the trial.
I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. I don't know how you prove that, though. You have to get Maggie on the stand, no? That the defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Because he called her? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? Well, what did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why, you? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between this witness's cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up the lost phone in the park. Maggie Bird. Peggy Bird. There's usually some pun with the names. And she also received a phone call from the owner of that phone. That sounds like a ringtone Edgeworth would have. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad you called. We can meet up and give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie with a Y, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an E. This is a mistake could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek. Order, order. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person would usually not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present the court so that this witness has motive. And with this button, I shall prove that thou art a con artist! Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this, a list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone that defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course I did. Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Also, we haven't actually proved that it's his phone. But, okay. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. Like one of those cops who basically blah, 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 blah. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be such a refined man as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Oh my god, why? Okay. He's looking into the group. He wants to join. He's a fan. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phones numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. Whisper, whisper, whisper. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. A police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said that exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please. Please, let's think about the content of the phone call. Beep. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and give this back. The defendant had already promised she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get the phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Maybe the fact that he's a police officer? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that he didn't agree with when he got there. Well, then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
Ooh, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, fuck. What does it want? I know it's the police, that he's a police officer. Okay, but is it him or is it the picture with his hat? Because see here, there's the police hat. And, I think it's probably him. But let's save it. Oh, I can't save it. Here we go. You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on a date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Yay. Usually the sound goes out when I get it right, so I was like kind of scared there. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the police would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone.
And he went into panic, is what you're saying?
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's good to know. Actually, exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I am thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence. Evidence!
That guy's really creeping me out.
All you've been waving around and talking about is a suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious call group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
Ha 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 ha. I already told you earlier. The phone I've lost. I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It feels so good to see you Oh! We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing... Oh, sorry, Sean Connery voice. Without knowing it, meaningless as evidence. See, I said that earlier, and I thought they just forgot it, so I'm glad they didn't. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe... I mean, yeah, fingerprints, but I feel like that's too obvious. I was thinking that somebody called him right before, right? So it would have the phone number, it would have it would have his phone number in it, or it would have the phone that he has now in it, is what I was thinking. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine? Is that who that phone belongs to? Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some on those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I'll have to reject the defense's proposal. Ugh, that jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. Well, it didn't penalize me, so that's good. Have you never heard of fingerprints before? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Oh, that was dumb. Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons among themselves. Oh, he made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this phone is... My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Just call it. Mr. Wellington. What? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? I can't read, Jack. Oh, you are too much! And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Now, oh wait, oh, he switched the phones, didn't he? Beep. Well, in that case, you should... Wait. Huh? Looks like they hung up. In that case, you should still be able to call it and it would ring. Good, I finally found it. So that's when... This is my detective cat. Mr. Jack Sparrow, with a master detective. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Call it. Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of the cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looked like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go? Wah! Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have you bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper east side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go? Stop! Wait, Your Honor! All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Hold on, I just gotta check something. Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? More like he's harassing me. Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. Beep. You present one piece of evidence to the court. You only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period had ended. I mean, we might not be able to prove him guilty, but we can still prove her innocent, so it shouldn't be over for the client. I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh? Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... The card is important because of what is on the back. Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on it, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now, but court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things, too. Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. Oh. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're...
Ah! No, I can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning.
I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say...
When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
Blah, 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 blah.
And dead.
I'm gonna point out that it still doesn't actually prove that it's his phone. Unless you call it from him. Not really, but you know, we'll let that slide. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone, and in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments.
And then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bird. That is all. This court is adjourned.
The real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failure.
Your whole life?
It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tried a game of tic-tac-toe.
Preach, baby.
My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. You were talking about that earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady passing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house.
It's cute.
I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh. Everything is my fault. Your head being all messed up, Dustin's death?
I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I've found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune's only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it up. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. Take care of yourselves, too.
Oh, what a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes.
So this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. The pathetic judge. Yes. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Faye, my assistant. Oh, I thought went back. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life.